Okay guys, after about a week or so, my carpenter has started to install the carpentry works. Okay, so this is the view of the main door. Okay, so on the right hand side, right, I've done this feature wall paneling. That is, if you can see here, the grains are horizontally laid. Okay, so it goes like that, and then it joins to the kitchen side, right, with a low counter. Okay, there's going to be a low bench at this side here, so the dining table will be laid, will be placed this way. Okay, so I've also done a little display niche, okay, somewhere over here, with one small spot lighting at the bottom. Okay, so here will be all concealed with cabinetry. Okay, some storage here. The DB door also have been removed. Okay, so it goes like that. Okay, so this wall is going to be painted to the same color as the doors here, and the wall paneling continues over here. Right, so this is actually the whole TV wall feature, right? But I've done it in a way that it continues all the way. Okay, so this part here, right, the wall feature is the repeated design of the entrance wall here, right? The grains are all horizontally laid. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of groove lines, right? Those will be painted in black. Okay, so this is a very nice laminate with nice natural wood grains. Okay, so the TV will be mounted here if my client chooses to, right? If not, then they're going to buy a TV console, so the TV can actually place on the console or can be wall mounted, right? So remember to inform your carpenter that if you're going to wall mount a TV, make sure that inside here there's no blockage. Okay, so when they drill a hole for the cable to throw in, right, it goes down. Make sure that there's no blockage, there's no framework, and so that this cable or the plug can actually go all the way down and then come up somewhere here. Okay, if you are going to buy your own TV console, also just make sure, right, there's clearance over inside. Okay, so come to the kitchen area side. Okay, so this is a low counter, right? It's a serving counter. Okay, so if you look here, right, the feature wall, okay, actually covers up the back part of the fridge. Okay, so the side panel is black because the tabletop is also black. Right, at this side here will be where the fridge is. Okay, so this is like a partition wall, right? It's like a side panel, right, just to hide the fridge slightly better. Okay, over here there's a two-tier kitchen cabinet, right? There's a deeper tier, and then the shallower one, which is the standard depth. Right, very interesting backsplash wall tile. Right, all these are porcelain tiles. Okay, take note of this gas pipe. Okay, I'm not sure why City Gas or HDB even install or lay the gas pipe in this location. Okay, because you know that the depth of kitchen cabinet is 600 mm, and that pipe is actually slightly more than 600, so it's not inside the cabinet where, you know, in which we can just conceal it, but then it's just outside, and that causes another issue because then the cabinet door can't open. Okay, so it's either you do a fixed panel there to avoid the city gas pipe, or contact city gas, come and terminate this, right, cut short the pipe, put a stopper, right, and terminate this gas pipe. If you are not using gas supply hob, right, for this client of mine, they are using induction hob, so they don't need to use this city gas pipe at all. Okay, so I'm inside the master bedroom. The room is a very typical size. Okay, so what you can have is actually a queen size bed, right, placed at this side here, and then with a small side table. There's a little niche at the side of the wardrobe. Okay, so this one acts as a side table as well. Okay, so if you choose to go for a king size, then your wardrobe will definitely be shorter. Okay, so what to do, right? I mean, the space is just like that. You can't do much to increase the space. Okay, so over here will be a dresser table, a mirror, feature wall, right? It's cover up. It's going to cover up this whole entire wall, including the entrance to the master bathroom. So for the master bathroom, there's a sliding door, right? There's a sliding door that's going to be installed outside here and slides behind the mirror, so that gives a very seamless look. Okay, so my carpenter is still doing. Yeah. Okay, so this is the dresser, right? It's a dresser table. See the drawer front is at an angle. Okay, so the drawer itself is also at an angle, right? So you pull up like that. Okay guys, let's take a look at the almost completed carpentry works. Okay, so here, right, this cabinet basically is to conceal two things. One is the DB, the other one is the bomb shelter. Okay, and then the remaining space is for a shoe cabinet. Right, so where's the bomb shelter? You can see that I've divided the doors into almost equal size. Okay, so the bomb shelter door is actually here, right? It's a magnetic tic-tac door. Okay, so you can see the bomb shelter door inside. And DB, right? Instead of the two panel that HDB has provided you with, I asked my carpenter to just make one panel, so easier. You can open up this way. You have full view of your DB, and then you can add some shelving below. Okay. Right, so you can see here, there's some fake roof line. Okay, all these are actually just some groove line that I asked my carpenter to make so that they look like fake panel doors. Okay, so from far there are only 3 panel of doors. Okay, so one right here for the DB. Here, these 2 panel is actually the bomb shelter door, and then one for the shoe cabinet. Okay, so come to this wall here. Okay, this wall I've extended out this wall here so that it flushes with the shoe cabinet here, right? So all this will be painted the same gray as the shoe cabinet. Okay, so it continues with the TV feature wall. Okay, so as you can see from the previous clips, right, this whole wall is actually just a simple horizontal line feature wall. Okay, right, all these are equal spacing. Okay, that's equal spacing. It's a very nice lamination, and these are just black groove lines. Okay, and there's actually 2 panel joining to make this whole TV wall feature. Okay, so if you can see, there's a join line somewhere here. Okay, it's a laminate join line. Okay, because if you were to move this like that, right, because laminate comes in 8 feet by 4 feet, right, 8 feet height, 4 feet width, so the laminate has to be installed this way, okay, horizontally, right? So you've got this very nice horizontal grain work. Okay, so there is this one panel here, then the other panel here. Okay, this part here will be the TV, right? Whether it's going to be wall mounted later, right? I can always make one grommet hole here, just for the wire to go down inside the feature wall, and then I'm going to make one more grommet hole here. Okay, so the wire can come up from this grommet hole. My client is going to buy a low TV console. Okay, so everything will be hidden behind the TV console. Okay, so let's take a look at the dining area. Okay, so as explained in my previous clip, okay, this whole feature wall, okay, there's a little niche there. There's two LED strips running across the entire entrance area. Okay, at this bottom there's actually like a small little spotlight. Okay, over here, right? So this is the switch. Okay, this is the switch for the LED strip and the spotlighting. Okay, so it continues like that. So behind this panel is actually the fridge. Okay, but it becomes part of the dining area. There's a low counter there, and then a low bench. Right, so of course don't waste the space. This low bench can be opened up, right, for storage. Okay, so behind this counter here, right, you have space for a conventional oven, not a built-in type, but it's a conventional oven. Okay, so this is the place where I talk about, right, the fridge size, right, just nice here, the width, some storage on top, right. Below the counter there's some more storage. There's a drawer at the bottom. Okay, so this is a two-tier, right, top tier and bottom tier wall mount cabinet. Okay, so city gas has trimmed off that gas pipe. Okay, so now it's much better. I'm not sure whether the door can still install, but I think this is the shortest they can go. Okay, so that's the reason why my carpenter hasn't installed this door yet. Okay, there's a small space for maybe a rice cooker or hot water flask. Okay, this is where the cooker hood is, induction hob, the sink. Okay, sink is here. Right, at this bottom there's still the LED strip running across. Okay, and then here below. Okay, let's take a look at the master wardrobe. Okay, this is the partially done up dresser. Okay, so these are the framework, right, the internal framework of a feature wall. Okay, so not to concern about this too much. Okay, most importantly is at the bottom, right, there's some wiring for a power point, right, below the dressing table. Okay, below the dressing table also don't waste the space, right, you can still have some storage at the bottom. Okay, so over here you can see that there's this little niche here, so it acts as a side table, right. The bed is actually quite high, right, because it's a storage bed, so make sure there's clearance. There's also clearance for the headboard thickness. Okay, so make sure that it's about, I think a headboard is about 4 inches or 100 mm. So make sure that you minus off this space before you equal the left and the right. Okay, so this height here is just nice. You can put phone, there's power point, there's a switch for the spotlight over here at the top. Okay, so over there's going to be a sliding door that slides into this pocket here. Okay, there's a little pocket here, so the whole thing will slide. Just to take note that you can see I actually overlaid the door frame over the existing frame, right? So the door is going to cover up. Okay, once the door is going to cover up with additional door frame here. Okay, so this part here is because it's not necessary, right? It's still inside. Okay, so what we need is the outside here, right? So the door frame is laminated already. This side as well. Okay. Okay guys, let's take a look at the completed carpentry works. Okay, let's take a look at the entrance first. Right, as proposed earlier, right, these are the strip light. Right, it's a LED strip embedded into the false ceiling. Okay, so that creates a very nice, cozy entrance area. Okay, so when you come in, okay, just two strip of this LED strip concealed lighting. Okay, and then on this feature wall, and there's a small little spot lighting here. So this one can be pulled out. Okay, and then you can adjust. Okay, but because it's a bit short here, so I just put it like that, a little bit of protection, and it just shine onto the open display here. Okay, so these are the laminated doors. Okay, this is actually the storeroom door, shoe cabinet, and then the DB. Okay, so this wall has been also painted to darker grey. Okay, there's a cove light here. Okay, running across. It's all LED strip. Okay, and then there's this two downlight. Let me just show you. Okay, so over at the cove light, okay, there's two downlight. Okay, so this downlight works in a way that when you turn on the switch, okay, it will just light up slowly. Okay, you can see the brightness slowly getting brighter. Okay, when you off it and on, okay, so it gives a very soft look into the feature wall here. Okay, so at this dining area, okay, I've opted to use this pendant lamp. Okay, it's made of aluminium if I'm not wrong. Oh, this is powder coated. Okay, so the light is actually just a light bulb at the bottom. So this kind of light is good in the sense that your food on the table will be brightened up quite well. Okay, so anything on the table will be brightened up. Right, so this area will be for the dining table, which is quite long. Okay, almost can sit about 2 meters. Okay, so 3 chairs here. A long stool. Okay, let's come to the kitchen. Okay, because the existing switches were all at that side. Okay, so after installing this cabinet here and then the counter here, so the switch is actually over here, right? So the first switch turns on, like the ceiling light. Okay, then at the kitchen side, okay, you can use this light, or of course you can always have this LED strip built underneath. Okay, so that will actually brighten up the whole area. As shown earlier, I proposed this very unique, like a granite marble looking porcelain tiles, right, a bit dark. The worktop, take a look. Okay, the worktop is actually in black quartz. Okay, so it complements very well with the backsplash and the kitchen worktop. Okay, so over here will be for the fridge. Okay, so because this is black, the inside have also been painted black. Okay, this actually here. Okay, so you can see a wire there. Okay, so this one's supposed to be the pendant light. Okay, 2 or 4. Okay, 3 is okay, but you can actually have 2 or 4. Okay, let's go into the master bedroom. Okay, so over at the bedside, okay, this is a king size bed frame. Over here there's a little niche, and there's also one switch. You can turn on the small bulb, the same as the entrance also. Right, it's the dressing mirror. At the door here, we've added another recess handle so that this door can be opened much easier. Soft closing. And right, soft opening. Okay, so for this bedroom, right, basically there's just a built wardrobe. Okay, so for the built wardrobe, the surface, right, I'll propose something like fabric. Okay. So it kind of blending very well with this darker fabric lining. Right, and then the overall color theme is just very warm. Okay, warm and cozy for the sun.